This motherfucker.
Crazy as hell.
Yeah, as soon as you started, that's our new intro. Da-na-na, da-na-na.
I like it. Fuck it.
What the fuck is you doing?
Somebody bored. Somebody might be getting them some cheeks while they on the podcast.
No, I was hitting my stomach, and then I heard it in the background. I'm like, damn, that shit sound crazy. It sound like I was jacking off, so I can't do it.
Come on.
Hey, we live?
Yeah, we live, and they heard all that.
I hope not.
Yo! What's up, Gridiron? This your boy. This is Dusty, obviously. We come to you live today, presented by the Suicide Hotline, 1-888-SUICIDE. They reached out to me, said the Titans coach has been talking to them. He's in a real bad place, so be sure to let him know y'all have his condolences. He has y'all's condolences. He's on a immaculate losing streak that we will cover today. As always, I'm joined by Coach Mike.
What's going on?
Coach Marv.
Yo.
Coach Ornette.
What's happening?
And Coach Shun. I don't know if he's here yet.
Yeah, he trying to find a mic. He'll be in. He'll pop in.
Shun ain't in right now, but he will be with us shortly. To start off today, guys, as per our sponsors, they asked me to kick it off with upsets from Week 7 and Week 8 before we go into the Suicide Watch Titans. So Week 7 had some really good games. Let's start with the game that continued the Titans' losing streak, getting them to 4 games when they were beat by the Tier 1 Houston Texans, 23-20. It was a close game, as it was in the scoreboard. Titans did everything they could to win. I think the play of the game was obviously DeAndre Hopkins had a slant, and he broke like 8 tackles. Because, quite frankly, the Titans defenders, they aren't disciplined enough to tackle properly. You put your head down, you look, and you wrap up. They're not wrapping up. They're grabbing the shirt. They're grabbing the jerseys.
What you saying? They play like they coach. They play like they coach.
They play like they coach. Mm-hmm. They play soft because they're coach soft. No difference. Right. What y'all think of that game? You remember that game?
Yeah, I remember that game. It was it was pretty even, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Titans just can't finish. They can't seem to finish. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of too late for them now. You might as well go ahead and scrub it out to the end, you know what I'm saying? You wanted to come to the AFC, now you got it. You about to probably have your worst record in gridiron game history.
Career.
Yeah, Madden career, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You should have stayed in NFC, man. That's all I got to say.
Damn. No holds barred. What say you, Marvin?
I think Mike nailed it, man. They got their head down right now. They feeling sorry for themselves. They can't finish. They just cannot finish at all right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Arnett?
What's happening?
Hey, what was your thoughts on the Texans-Titans game?
It was a pretty good game, man. You know, Texas was going to blow him out, but Tyler came to play.
Issues on.
Yeah.
We're no money.
Hey, real quick, whenever you made your introduction, whenever I was like Coach Arnett, you came in really clear. But now I can barely hear you again. So I don't know if you've done something differently whenever I introduced you or now. But moving forward, we had a big game. Another big game that week was a divisional game. I'm not 100% sure, but I think the Bengals might have swept the Ravens last year, didn't they? In the regular season?
Yeah, they did.
Okay, so the Ravens come into this season. Is this the first time y'all played?
Yep, first game.
All right, and Baltimore picks up the win 38-31. It looks like Baltimore was trailing going into the fourth quarter 31-24, and they score 14 unanswered in the fourth and come out with a win.
Just get one, hurry up.
What was your thoughts on that game? I don't really remember watching it, but it looks like you pretty well dominated.
Yeah, ran the ball well.
I ran the ball well. I always run the ball well against the Bengals. Because he comes out in 3-3-5. Like, I'm the 3-3-5 GOAT. Like, that's my bread and butter, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he runs it completely wrong. So I just abused it over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? And he also the pickups that I got, you know, in the off season, my safeties, you know, they got height now, they got speed, you know what I'm saying? And they played a big factor because that was a prior season, that was another one of my weaknesses because I had short guys. So teams with taller guys, they would, you know, throw the jump ball and throw it at a certain spot where my little guys can't get up there and get it. And
right.
That Sean Davis, he got a key pick that turned the game around for me late.
Right.
And that's what I drove down right after that and scored, and then I just held him on defense. So it was good overall game.
Marvin, Arnett, anything y'all want to add?
No, like I say, I watched it. Like I say, Mike ran the ball extremely well. I mean, there's nothing you could do about that. Like you say, he came out. Yeah, he played. He pretty much played the same defense, you know. And like I say, that was the difference, you know.
Right.
I think Mike ran for like almost 240, man.
Yeah,
you can't get that up. 236.
Yep, 3 TDs.
Yeah. Oh shit! 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns, 26 attempts.
Jeez.
He averaged 9 yards a carry. I mean, anytime you know you give me that much, I'm gonna take it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Right. I ain't gonna stop.
Right. Yeah. Arnett, anything you want to add about your division rivals?
Nah, man, you know, I really haven't had too much to say about them.
Right.
What the hell I'm doing this season?
Yeah, we're gonna get to it. The Browns are struggling. The last 2 seasons.
Yeah, he bringing it this season. That's what I like to see.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, the problem was, didn't you start out like 0-3 because of some Sims?
Yeah, I started.
Yeah, so.
I normally start out 1-3, 0-3, and just go on a nice little stretch and make it sneak into the playoffs. But last couple of seasons, it was like I had other stuff going on, so it was like I really ain't even tripping off this season. I ain't gonna trip on this season.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
Well, we're gonna bounce back this season. I got faith in the Browns.
He's gonna bounce back, you know, for one because Tyler he 2-6, so you know he guaranteed a spot. Especially if
once again, I just want to remind everybody. Right. Once again, I just want to remind everybody: if you have a friend who's pushing to the end of their rope and they just can't go any further because they keep getting their ass kicked in Madden, please let them know they can dial 1-888 prevent suicide. It is an important thing. Just so everybody knows, they're a sponsor today. Reach out to Tyler, let him know that we do support him, and there's better things to do than drink bleach after a tough loss. The next game I want to bring up from Week 7 was the Saints and Giants game. It had kind of an odd score. It was Saints 15, Giants 12. Saints scored in the first quarter, 7-0. The second quarter was all Giants. It was 12-7 at halftime. Third quarter was neither team scored. Fourth quarter, the Saints scored a touchdown and a 2-point. That second quarter, things got out of hand. The Giants got a safety. They scored a touchdown. They kicked a field goal. I mean, the Saints were really trying to give the game away. And they really settled down in the third quarter. Didn't allow anything. As usual, the Saints defense, I know I'm the Saints, so I'm talking about myself, but the Saints defense really comes through in tough spots. They really bail their offense out a lot. And they really kept Saquon Barkley. He was held to single digits in rushing. Not single digits, double digits. He had 11 carries for 70 yards. Receiving, he didn't, Odell Beckham 5 for 23, Ingram 3 for 29. I mean, they wasn't getting burnt deep. You had to really dink and dunk against them, and that's what he done. And the Saints just ultimately made more plays with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, and then a touchdown in the first quarter to win the game 15-12. And what I think was a gigantic upset, not because the Giants are a better team, but because the Giants user has constantly been a better user than the Saints.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just curious on how you got it done, cause when I was going over my notes for this, I was looking at that game, and I mean, it was like neck and neck, a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? It kind of came down to basically who had the ball last, or I couldn't really tell. That was just a guess, but I mean, I just give you a kudos, man, for beating them.
Well, what happened was I tell you what, the Saints got the ball. They scored in the first drive, 7-0. They take like 5 minutes off the clock. I mean, it wasn't that clock was running. It was more or less every play we were getting 3 or 4 yards. We could have stretched them deep, but we chose not to because I didn't want to make mistakes. So I got 3 or 4 yards here, 5 yards here, and we were just really dinking and dunking. Different routes, swing passes, different things. And scored.
Yeah, bro. But sound like Dusty breaking up though.
I was just trying to find. I just had to check my policies out. My bad.
Yeah, no worries. But different things happened, and then when we got in the second quarter, shit got out of hand. We started turning the ball over. But at the same time, going from the second quarter into the third quarter, we had like a 4-minute drive at the end of the second, which we didn't wind up scoring. We went for it on fourth down, didn't get anything. But it still took 4 minutes off the clock. And in the third quarter, we had a long drive, like 3.5 minutes. I mean, and then in the fourth quarter, we got the ball, we scored, and he actually was going to score, but Marcus Davenport chased down Sterling Shepard, and it was a strip fumble. And we got the ball back, and we really just we didn't turn the ball over, and we wound up punting. And then to end the game, he threw an interception, and that was it. But no, it was a tough game. It was a tough game.
So, all right, continue with week 7. I'm just gonna call out.
There's one more game. I mean, one more pretty solid game was that
Falcons,
Jags and Patriots. I think that Jags and Patriots game.
Yeah, we talk about both of them. I was gonna say that too. That tie. That was kind of big.
Like to come down to Houston in the off season and train with us. Nah, the Jags doing his thing though. Jags always be top 10 in defense, man. He a problem though for me anyway. I don't know about nobody else, but for me, he's a tough out for me.
Oh, Mike, I just noticed that Falcons-Dolphins game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
Emmett said y'all messed with his quarterback when he lost. He said, damn, somebody messed with his quarterback.
Hey, he said we made him slower. I was like, man, ridiculous. But I was obviously rooting for the Dolphins because I need the Falcons to lose another game. It was a good game. The Dolphins played a good game. They, Eugene's always been a pretty solid player.
Man, this game was sloppy.
But he wasn't very consistent. He's sloppy, he's sloppy.
Man.
This game was
Yeah,
terrible. They both. Emmett had 5 turnovers. Dawson's had 4. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It was neither one of them hit 100 over rushing. I mean, it was a passing game basically, but I mean, it was just sloppy all around. To me, that's what it looked like. The sloppiest person lost. That's how it seemed.
Yeah.
Shit happens.
Yeah. All right, moving on to week 8, man.
I was happy about that loss, though. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I know you was. I mean,
not
he in your
Emmett,
division.
but fuck Falcons in general.
All right, go ahead. Move along to week 8.
The first game of week 8. The first game that immediately jumps out. Actually, there's 2 immediately that jump out, but the one that really jumps out was my Tier 1 Texans taking their first loss of the season to Chris Grant, the Jaguars. And like Sean said, Chris, his defense is normally something critical, and he's actually mixed it up a little more than he used to. I think he runs a pretty decent defense. It will give you trouble if you let him. I expected Sean to come in and blow him out, probably by 30.
I didn't.
Just because I've been seeing Chris play and I've been laughing with him, and I tend to stay pretty close with him. I think Sean's a better user than me.
Man, laughing. You laughing at the wrong person.
Who you talking about, Chris? Because he's my division.
I like to laugh with Chris. Chris is solid. I like to play against his defense, and his offense, He's good to laugh a lot. But I was shocked by this win. Like, I can't even lie. It was a shocking win. Sean, what was the turning point in that game, do you think?
Man, he really controlled the game in the beginning. Like he was, it was like 10-3. He controlled the game to about, I'll say, in the third quarter. Whenever I tied it up 10-10, and in the fourth quarter I had like a 4th and 3. I'm sorry. And it was like 5 minutes after. I felt like I should have went for it. It was a case of like whoever had the ball last.
Right. Yeah, that's I wrote that down too. It came down to who had the ball last. Cause he slowed your rushing down, and he slowed Hopkins down. I mean, y'all both had 8 sacks. Both had 2 interceptions.
Got sacked 8 times.
I know. Yeatman got sacked 8 times.
Yeah, I sacked him about 10 basically, but
it was even all the way around.
I sacked him get a lot of wins.
Yeah. Sean tends to get a lot of sacks in general. He had 8 sacks as well. But I did not expect the Jaguars to get 8 sacks against Sean.
I mean,
you
also,
know what happened? I can't speak for how he was feeling, but I go back to this a lot, and because it is a bigger win that I had, and I think people do it a lot. I'm a Tier 5 guy, so I think when people like Harrison or Morvan, they come in, they're like, oh, he's a bum. Not a bum, but I can beat him pretty handily, so you don't take him real seriously at first.
Yeah.
I didn't see the aggressive offense and defense that I've seen from the Texans all season. So I don't know if the Texans got off their game plan a little, or if they were like, hey, I can beat this cat. I can play differently. But because, Sean's been kicking ass and taking names all season.
Though. Let me say this, though. I ain't trying to interrupt you or nothing, though, but I'm a little conflicted on my running back. Like, I traded for Boston Scott, and it's like I won't go and make him the starter, basically.
Right.
And I be missing that speed sometimes, but if anybody stop my run, they got a chance, basically. I don't pay it like that, not that much, baby.
Right.
I think your mom said go see. Go check.
Right. Well, now, there was a good news for our coach that is currently on suicide watch. He didn't lose in week 8 because he didn't have a game in week 8, so we can still got a win for him.
Oh.
Yeah. Lost the mic.
Tyler did lose the mic. Well, that was week 9. This was, week 8 he was on bye, so he didn't take another loss that week. We tend to look at the good for this cat. Another game that really stands out. Mike's proclaimed luckiest user in the league, Tyrone Pryor, beat the dog shit out of Harrison, 49-10.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen Harrison beat that bad. The Eagles just came out whooping ass and taking names. Looked like they were slinging the rock everywhere. I got to tell you, that rookie receiver from Arizona State. Yeah, that rookie receiver, N'Keal Harry, that he took out of Arizona State, really has been a pretty spectacular pickup for him this season. Because I mean, he's just
might pull out his player card.
Hard to cover. Huh?
That what I'm doing right now too, bro.
Yeah. Pull out his player card. I got to see him.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Patriots drafted him in real life. He's real solid. Like, I would have loved for him to wind up in New Orleans in real life. On the game, I didn't really need him, but I would have loved him in New Orleans in real life. That would have been a great pickup. I don't know if you guys play fantasy football, but he's going to be a big pickup this year with Tom Brady coming to him in New England. I think, anyway.
You talking about N'Keal Henry?
Yeah, N'Keal Harry.
Yeah, Tyrone traded for him. Tyrone like a big Arizona State guy or something. I think dude played for Arizona State, I want to say.
Yeah, he did. He played for a while. He played for the Devils.
Yeah,
the Sun Devils out there.
Arizona State guy. So that's he actually him in the league.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna tell you what he did. Tyrone didn't even make the draft. He had his draft board set and had this cat as his number 1 pick. So he got him.
He a football coach. I tell you what, Tyrone, Tyrone tough, man.
Yeah, he good. I think his team's playing in the champion. Like, he plays semi-pro ball, and I guess they got a little cactus league or whatever. They're playing in the championship this weekend, so we want to wish him good luck on that as well. He's got a good thing going out there. So I was hoping they streamed it online, but I didn't hear nothing back about that yet. But it should be a good win for him. They seem to have a good squad and a good owner out there.
I don't know if y'all talked about, but Devin looked like he's separating himself though from everybody.
Who that, bro?
Devin, including me. He looked like he's separating himself from all of them.
Oh, the Rams. Well,
Yeah, the Rams.
I was thinking that as well, but he did just lose to the 49ers last advance or 2 advances ago. But he is playing really good ball right now, and I think we talked about it earlier.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier.
Now that you're here, now that you're here, we can go back one time. We'll find out a lot. We'll find out a lot next advance when him and Tyler play, because generally Tyler beats him by like 30 or 40 points. So. And if Devon's ever gonna beat Tyler, this is the chance, and that's if Tyler makes it to this advance, because he's damn near.
Yeah, he just messaged me a picture.
He just messaged me. He just messaged me talking about he thinking about drinking bleach. So I don't know.
Hey, we got to talk about since we on Devon, we got to talk about that Rams and Bears game. Cause you know, damn, El Ray was talking about how Rams was playing with the clock, 2 o'clock or whatever.
Right.
I went back and I looked at that.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm looking
think
at it right
the Rams
now.
did anything different than the Ravens did against the Titans today. All right, so it was late in the game, then the third, going into the fourth. You wasn't running down the clock, but you weren't in a hurry to snap the ball. It was like 12, 11, 10 seconds. You were snapping the ball. But that's just smart football.
Right.
Yeah, you take your time. There's no need to run no huddle.
That's right, Sean. On guys that can score quick, I don't blame them.
Yeah, I don't play with guys
you
that
have
score
to.
quick. Mike Tyler, Marvin with Hill, like certain people, you don't want them to get the ball. Even Chris Grant, I lost to him. Remember when he went for 2 on me? Like, it's just certain people, like, you just can't play with them on giving them the ball back.
No, I agree. No, I agree fully.
I mean, but with this game right
try
here,
to hold the ball as long as possible.
but with this game right here, he was talking about, he was trying to blame his loss on him chewing the clock, but he got 7 turnovers. Like, That game was your fault.
5 of them was picked. Yeah.
Yeah, that game is your fault. Like, you can't blame that on him, man. You just want him to give him the ball back to you. Like, you giving him the ball. Like, what are you talking about right now? Like, come on, man. You gotta be realistic.
Yeah.
You can't blame it on the time. Yeah,
And then another thing I noticed was I mean, you know, L he normally slinging the rock. I mean, he throw a lot of picks in every game, but he normally throwing for 300 or 400 yards. He only threw for 193. Like his number one guy got 74 yards.
Right.
So I mean,
I just think it's that surprise. It's Devon's surprise defense, man.
Yeah, that goes back to what we started with. Devon's defense playing lights out right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He do got a tough defense. I play him in a different league.
Yeah.
And Pigskin, you know what I'm saying? It was tough. But he just didn't know. He didn't know what to do to stop him because he didn't know. Like I can tell we was on the mic talking while we was playing, and he was trying to, you know, figure out my plays. And he was like, you know, everybody run this play and run that play. And he was like, but you don't run what everybody run, but I might run it, but I run it different. You know what I'm saying? So he feed like anybody that run plays similar in the league like that. I think he gonna always beat him because he know when it's coming, bro. Like he was telling me when we was talking.
Yeah. What's going on?
He know what everybody like to run. He know how to stop it. So that's the biggest thing for him, I think.
Yeah.
Right. So while we're discussing this, while we're on Devon and Tyler, let's go ahead and pick next week's game. Titans or Rams? Who you got?
Go ahead, Sean.
It's in Los Angeles. Not that it matters in Madden. But, you know.
I was gonna let Sean go first, but I got Devon just because of the simple fact we seen just how he played Elray. He's gonna play Tyler the exact same way because he know Tyler want to throw the ball. Well, we all know that. So he gonna run the ball with Gurley, and he gonna do what he do and play his defense. And if he score, he score. But if Tyler don't score, and Devon get up on him, it's a wrap.
Right.
I'm gonna go, man. Like I don't even know which one to pick because the way Devon been playing is telling me to pick him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the way he been talking shit, like he probably want to beat Tyler head in, but for the simple fact that he want to do that, I think he gonna do too much and he gonna lose.
Might cost him. Yeah, I can see that too.
So I'm gonna have to go with Tyler. I think Tyler, after I beat him, he gonna go back in the lab, bro. I mean, that's the only thing you can do. I ain't joking. I'm serious.
Yeah.
I think he gonna go back in the lab because he 2-6, bro. He gonna try to make a late push. Like he can't win no more. I mean, he can't lose no more games.
Yeah.
So I think Tyler's about to turn it around. Like, and it's gonna start with Devon.
What was the question? I got blanked out.
Who you got
next week, bro? Go ahead, Mike.
Who you got next week, Rams or Titans?
I got, you know what? I damn got Tyler. Only reason I say that because he do not want to let Devin beat him. And I don't know if Devin going to be slick enough to stop that deep shit Tyler got. But I want to say that that's my partner. Like, I went to school with him. That's my homeboy.
Yeah.
I just feel like Tyler going to pop him, man. I just feel like
I
Tyler.
like Devin. Devon's a good dude. And I give him shit. Hold up. Ornette, where you at, brother?
I'm here.
Where you at on the game? Text Titans Rams.
Be honest, man, I ain't never seen, as long as I've been in this league, man, I've never seen Tyler Atkins with a losing streak like this, so. And then, between the two.
They fucked Tyler up when they got me to Texans. They fucked Tyler world up. And
yeah, they did. They really threw him off. Now, my take. Right. So Mike said Tyler. Sean said Tyler. Devon. My take, honestly, I've been giving Devon's my boy. I like Devon. We've been rocking for a few years from the 901 league. I'm not from their area, but I'm like 3 hours away. So I wound up in the league with him, and he's a good dude. And I've liked him, and he's good people. I like to give him shit, and I've been saying all season, well, the Titans' losing streak is going to stop with the Rams, but I'm here to revise that the Rams will beat the Titans. Don't tell him I said this because I want to, amp him up.
Oh, you know he's probably listening. Come on now.
You know he's listening.
But looking at Tyler's schedule, you got Sherman Jackson, the Jets, who's playing really well right now. Like, here's his schedule. He has Devon. He has Sherman.
I got to slide out. I'm going to be listening to y'all.
All right, brother. Be safe, man.
All right. I'm going to see y'all. I'll be back on tonight.
He good now.
Yeah. For sure.
He has the Rams, which I think is a loss. He has the Jets, which I think he can beat the Jets. We'll say he'll beat the Jets. He has the Jaguars. I don't think him and Chris has played. I've looked at their past games, and in this season, it was a sim or a forced win. So I don't know.
Yeah,
then he has the Texans.
My landlord last name Massey, so I probably won't know her, but him. I'm just saying that might be his wife, his daughter, or something.
Then he has the Texans. Then he has Chiefs. Then he has the Colts. Then he has the Bills and the Cardinals. I'm not saying it's going to happen because but I would not be entirely surprised if he loses 3 or 4 more games. The Rams, the Jags, the Texans, the Chiefs, the Colts again. I mean, that's 5 games right there. Now, do I think it'll happen? No. But would it shock me? No. I know he's going to lose to the Texans again. I don't think Marvin can Tyler. But while Tyler's in this, I think the Chiefs this one time. The Colts already beat him this season.
You're breaking up a little bit.
Oh, my bad. My bad. The Chiefs, the Colts already beat him once this season. The Bills won't beat him. The Cardinals won't beat him. But, if Marvin can sneak out a win, he's tier 4 against tier 3, so it might not be that big of an upset, really. But if Marvin can pull out a win, that's a Rams, Jaguars, Texans, Chiefs loss. And then the Colts, who already beat him once this season. It could be a really rough season for the Titans. Do I think it'll happen? No. Would I be surprised if it did? Yeah.
No,
I wouldn't be. I can see it.
2 things can happen right now for Tyler. He either gonna call it quits, you know what I'm saying, or he can try to flip this season around and win out. That's the only way I think he can get into the playoffs.
Who you talking about, Tyler?
Yeah. He gonna have to win every game. Like, he gonna have to win them all.
Man, my skills are kind of rock. I got Louise still.
But you 7-1.
I can lose to Chris again, and I gotta play Devin. Like, I can lose about 4 more games though. Like, just legit. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was saying. Like,
you know what I'm saying? But
if Tyler lose 7 games, he out. Like,
right.
I need everybody else to kick Chris ass. I don't even want Chris in the playoff. I need everybody else just to beat the shit out of him, basically. I don't even want to see him.
Right. I don't think Tyler will hang it up. Not this season, anyway. He just actually playing another full season. I think he's too prideful and his ego is too big for him to just hang it up because he knows he won't hear the end of it. I talk shit. I send the suicide watch people to his house to fuck with him. I never expected him to lose as many games in a row. He is, quite frankly, I'm appalled. He let himself down. He let me down. I moved him to the AFC so he can shake things up, but really he's become Greg Almirola 2.0. And, I'd be better off bringing Big Mike McManus back to take the Titans. He'd probably win more games at this point. I don't know what else to do with Tyler. I'm appalled by the losses. Like, I didn't expect this to happen. If I known he was gonna keep losing, I kept him in the NFC. That way, you know, at least the AFC stays strong. He's making the AFC weaker right now. You know.
Man, we been strong. You see, he came over here, seeing what happened. You seen the result.
I can't say y'all strong if y'all win a championship, but I really can't.
You talked all that shit about us, sent somebody over here, and look what happened.
Exactly. Let him know.
He did. I mean, well, here's the thing. I sent the wrong person. If I'd have sent the Panthers, he'd have won another championship.
Man, not in the AFC. We got too many dogs, man. Ain't no dogs. Ain't no dogs in the NFC.
Not this season. Or
the last season. Or the season before that.
Luis over there. Luis is over there. Hold up, man. What are we talking about, man? Devin and Luis over there.
Yeah, that's the only. Yeah. I forgot about Luis, but last season and the year before that, I mean, it was just him.
Over there. Yeah,
man, shit.
Man, Ray thinks he's a dog. What about Ray?
I mean, he been consistent, but he ain't. I don't know, man. Shit.
All right. Speaking of dogs,
he consistent. He consistent to make the playoffs, just like me.
I don't know if Tyler would have won that game against Chris. He wanted to see him against Chris. Tyler might have been one in something, man.
Yeah, Tyler only won one user game. We talked about that too. All right. Let's shift gears to another big topic in the league this week. We dropped the updated tiers. In this tier we had two legacies, which was Dodson and Milford, both retired till 20, and we have two new number one tier players in Shungun and Luis Lopez. Now, some people think that Luis did not do enough to get tier one because he's new here, but I've watched him play, and I heard about him in Rivals, and I watched him play the games here. He's on a 5-game win streak. Currently, the league's longest win streak since he took an L in the first game he ever played against the Rams. I have them as the two tier one players. I don't think anybody can argue with that. The tier two players, which I just want to remind everybody, it's not a power ranking. It's tiers, your chance to win a Super Bowl. I think the two teams with the highest chance to win a Super Bowl are the Texans and the Niners. Tier two, these are teams that can get a lucky break, get hot at the right time, maybe make a Super Bowl, but they won't win one. Jerry Quarles, Sherman Jackson, Mike Sutton, Pat, Tyrone, Harrison, Devon, and Emmett. I think that's a solid tier.
How you gonna put Emmett in tier two? He don't won two trophies.
But he hadn't. Well, here's the thing. It's going forward, not legacy, because Harrison's won a couple too. But the thing is,
you're right.
Since Dodson joined, Emmett was on hush mouth for a long time. He finally, like Sean said, he finally started talking again when Dodson left.
Oh,
right.
Shit.
Yeah, I sure did.
Arnett, what happened? You said, shit.
No, you said he finally started talking after Derek left.
Yeah, y'all seen, man. All right, y'all seen Avengers
He started
Endgame
posting
yet?
and shit and everything.
Have y'all seen Avengers Infinity War? You know when Thanos made Hulk scared to come out? When the Panthers joined, Emmett really wasn't talking shit. He didn't post this little beginning of the season Super Bowl prediction. But, I mean, now that he's back, he came back. Yeah, he Debo'd him. He took his spot.
Yeah, Debo around, he be quiet. When he gone, he be talking.
Right, man, you better hide your motherfucking chain. When the Panthers come back, you better hide your motherfucking chain.
Fuck the
Tier
Panthers.
3, we got...
Damn skilled, nigga. Fuck you goddamn Panthers. Yeah. Fuck out of here.
Hey, tier 3, we got the Chargers, the Browns, the Jaguars, the Patriots, the Bears, the Dolphins, the Redskins, the Cardinals, Vikings, Bucks, Titans, Packers, Seahawks, Raiders, Colts. Tier 3 is kind of a mixed bag. I mean, had some new guys in there. Didn't really know where else to put them. Didn't want to disrespect them in Tier 4. I mean, it's just a mixed bag. It's guys who aren't Tier 2 players that I didn't want to put in Tier 4. Tier 4, there's 3 guys, Marvin, Misdow, and Miguel. I mean, those are basically the filler teams.
Disrespectful.
You said who?
Hey, listen,
Miguel and
Tier
Mark.
4. Hey, he's been in Tier 4 since we started.
Man,
Tier 4.
disrespect is real.
Hey, listen, these Tier 4 teams are basically filler teams. They will win some games and upset a top team here or there, but they'll never really make an impact and win a Super Bowl. Here's the thing. I love Marvin, but I don't think he'll ever win a Super Bowl here. I just don't, if he can win a Super Bowl here, then I can win a Super Bowl
He
here.
higher in Tier 4 though. Shit.
Now, I got him in Tier 4. That keeps him. Hey,
Man, the two guys you got with him in Tier 4 though.
Yeah.
hey, that keeps Marvin motivated.
I would keep Miz at Tier 4, but Miguel, he Tier 6, nigga.
Hey, that keeps Marvin motivated. I gotta remind him that the Chiefs suck. That's mainly a thing between me and Marvin. He knows I hate the Chiefs, and we go back and forth. But anyway, Tier 5, this is the jobber tier. Hey, listen, if a team in this tier beats you, you might want to just quit mad at him because you were trash. Me, Bishop, and Rios, the Panthers, the new Panthers user.
I think you should be Tier 4. You need to trade
I'm
you.
Tier 5, bro.
You need to trade you and Bills out. You know, that's my trade suggestion. I got another trade
Tier 5,
suggestion
man.
for Tier 2 and 3. You need to take Patrick Taylor out. The Bengals, he need to go down to Tier 3, and you need to move Elray up to Tier 2. You know,
No, Ray. Here's the thing.
he consistent.
Ray, but he's consistent, but he will never win. He will never make a Super Bowl here, let alone win one.
But that's the
I
bracket
can't
for
put him in
Tier
Tier
2.
2. Huh?
Ain't that the bracket for Tier 2?
No, Tier 2, they can get lucky and make one, but they won't win it. I don't think. But the Bears will never make one. Yeah, the Bears will never make one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You might make it near the end now. You can't sleep on these.
No, Ray ain't gonna make one.
He kicked my ass last season, made me wake up for my little playoff run though. I think he got me.
Yeah, he beat me. He beat me this season.
That's the
made
first
me
time
think.
he ever beat me.
He beat me.
But yeah,
Marvin.
Marvin, he hates these rankings. He hates the tiers because ever since the first tier I dropped, he was Tier 4. So it's just a thing with us, you know. What else do we have on tap? Power rankings. We got some new power rankings released. We got
different.
Huh?
I said the power rankings on Madden is different from Daddy's League. Which one you going over?
Yeah.
Daddy's
I
League?
got Daddy in front of me.
Daddy,
You can go
is Daddy
Madden.
updated? Is it updated?
Yeah, Daddy updated.
Come on, man. You gotta say Daddy's
They got
League.
the
You can't just
Texans
say
at number
Daddy.
1. I mean, what you gonna call it? DL?
Man, that motherfucker got
No,
in the
just
Texans at 49ers though. That's a possible Super Bowl. Look, the way y'all talking, I'm not saying the Texans saying it, but I'm just saying the way y'all talking. That's a possible Super Bowl. Look, when the Texans play the 49ers.
Hey, fellas, can we get a quick moment of silence, please?
Alright.
Our sponsor just hit me up. They wanted to run an ad real quick.
Okay.
They'll be going live in a few seconds. We gotta pay attention to our sponsors and whatnot. Let me just pull it up. Here we go.
Heavy. And then people asked, "How are you?" And I said, "Fine." And people said, "Is there anything I can do for you?" And I said, "No." I tried to smile and hide my darkness. Stay alone. To be the bride. To be loved. You can choose to stay too.
Yes, Alan, you can choose to stay, brother. We just like to give you a passage from John 1:15-12. Love one another and love oneself. Please do not continue drinking bleach and stay off of the suicide watch. And please, 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 don't hesitate to call the suicide hotline should you get these dark thoughts continuing in your head. And everyone in the league, can we please just reach out to Tyler Ferguson and let him know that we do support him and we would like him to continue being in our league because everybody needs an easy win. Amen. So, back to the season. Anything else y'all want to touch on, fellas?
Lol Tyler.
In his defense, though, he could have won his last 2 games. He could have beat me and Mike, though, but
he could have won. He could have won any game, but the problem is,
don't get him that nigga. We too real for that shit. Fuck that nigga. He should have won. I don't give a fuck.
Him, Mike.
Fuck him, man. Fuck shit. Damn, he ain't beat us. Fuck out of here.
My nigga Tyler, man.
Hey, he's getting it, bro. He's getting it. He's getting it, bro. Hey, here's the thing. Here's the thing. His team just has no discipline, man. Oh, damn, Arnett dipped out. Okay. Yeah, but no discipline. No discipline.
Tire 3.
I even offered to send the Saints conditioning and discipline coach to Tennessee to work with him. But he didn't take me up on that offer, so. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
You thought you had the game won.
Anything else y'all want to touch on before we dip out?
Nah, Tyler looking on the podcast. Lewis said, LOL, Tyler. Tier 4 that motherfucker. Tyler said, both your tier 1s and tier 2 almost lost to a tier 3. He had the game won, blah, blah, blah. No, you didn't.
Bullshit.
He had it won until that stupid animation. Whatever.
Yeah.
Don't blame him on the animation.
He's starting to sound like Derek. With every time he loses, it was mad as fuck. He is bullshit.
Yeah, he had 2 more possessions after that animation. Come on, man. You ain't capitalized. You punted me the ball.
The bottom line here is he came out, started the game with the game plan. It was working. He got away from it in the second half, and it cost him the game. Period. The team has no discipline. They had a 15-yard face mask penalty that would have, had he not made that face mask, it would have ended the drive. You know, you got to teach proper tackling techniques to your guys. I teach mine every week. I sit down with them before the game. I tell them, hey, listen, keep your head up, wrap up, dive to the ground. Period. Tyler don't do it. So, I mean,
you really just say faster internet might help. Man, if you don't shut up.
I remember somebody in the league had like 1.3. Didn't somebody have like 1.3 megabytes per second for a long time?
That was me.
Emoji happy
Yeah.
tears. Emoji
That was
happy
me.
tears.
Like, I had some trash internet and I was still winning. Like, I don't think internet has anything to do with it. I think he was just trolling Tyler. My bad, Louis.
Check this out. Let me ask y'all this question, and we'll end on this note. What is more likely to happen
I was
first?
joking.
Okay?
Yeah, I know you were joking, Louis.
What is more likely to happen first? The Titans making a run? No. Hold on. Who's on a losing streak? I would say what's more likely to happen, the future winning the game or Titans winning the game. But obviously the Titans have a better chance to win the game than the future. Okay, picture this. What's more likely to happen? The Preacher goes 0-16 or the Titans go 8-8. What's more likely to happen?
That's
Titans
tough.
8-8, which means they got to lose 2 more games, or the Preacher goes 0-16. Now, I can't say 0-16. He did not win a user game all season. We'll say that.
Okay. I think Steelers going to get him a win.
So it's more likely he gets a win than Titans go 8-8?
Yep. I mean, for real, I don't think Tyler gonna go 8-8. But he gonna have to go into every game with a game plan, and he gonna have to ball his ass off.
He needs to teach his team discipline. Sit down with him before the game.
I don't think he gonna do it. Out of them 4 to 5 games you named for who he got up next, I think he gonna lose at least 2 of them, 2 or 3.
Right.
And that's gonna fuck him up, and then he gonna be done with the season. So I think Bishop gonna win 1 before Tyler do that. I just think.
Say that again.
Huh?
You think what gonna happen?
I said I think Bishop gonna win a game before Tyler go 8-8.
Right. Yeah, we said what's more likely to happen: the Titans go 8-8, or what'll happen? What's more likely? Titans are 8-8, or the
I was thinking
Preacher
about
don't win a
losing
game.
out for a draft pick.
Yeah, I think the Preacher not winning the game to me.
Tyler said he was thinking about losing out for a draft pick.
But y'all
Who
just
said that?
squashed the thought.
He said, but we just squashed that thought. So I guess he gonna ball, man. We about to see.
Hey, here's the thing: we say that he's gonna ball, but maybe he's already balling and he's losing. He lost 6 in a row, quote unquote, balling. He's garbage. If he played the Saints, we beat him by 30. The problem is he sucks at building a team. He don't teach them discipline. Then now he might say, "Oh, load up and play me in the player saloon." But guess what? I'm not playing you with a random team. I've been training my team for 4 seasons, teaching them discipline and the proper tackling techniques to beat teams. He don't teach discipline. He comes out, "Hey, you guys, let's throw the ball deep downfield and try to win some games, but not play no fucking defense." That's not how you win games.
Right.
You know, and that's why he's, like I said, that's why he's on suicide watch, drinking bleach and shit. I honestly think he's a bum. You know, the problem is he starts out good, but once other players figure out Madden and all the little glitches that he does, the little bullshit Tyler does, y'all know the little glitch plays he runs. Once you figure him out, you can beat him. You know. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to change his name in the league to G 2.0 as a nod to Greg Almirola, because I firmly believe at this point Greg Almirola can win more games this season than the Titans will. So, I just, he let himself down. He let everybody down. I'm firmly ashamed of it. I'm ashamed that at one point I considered him a competitive user in this league.
YouTube.
And I moved him to the AFC to win a championship.
An
AFC championship.
Get on YouTube.
So he couldn't even do that.
Ballers always start out as ballers. Emoji man shrugging with light skin tone.
It was rough.
Tyler said once other players get on YouTube, the true ballers always start out as ballers.
Right.
Name.
Well,
it takes me about 6 seasons in to get anything going. So. Yeah.
It takes you what now?
It takes me about 5 or 6 seasons in to get anything rolling. But I mean, I'm straight though. I ain't tripping.
Yeah. So, Dusty, you feel like giving anything away? This stream, we ain't getting nothing away in a minute.
Yeah, I tell you what I'm gonna do, fellas. Everybody get on the page and post the most shit talking this meme you can find, talking shit to the Titans. And the 5 funniest ones we'll give a no, let's just cancel that out. What y'all want to do? Let's do something else.
I don't know. I kind of like where you was going with it. All right,
let's keep it up. Listen what I'm going to tell you, fellas. I'm going to make a post called Titans Ain't Shit.
Lol.
On that Titans Ain't Shit post, y'all go post something to let the Titans know they ain't shit. The coach needs you to retire. Not commit suicide. Don't drink the bleach. But you retire because you shit. Your disappointment's not only yourself, but everyone in the league. The top 5 memes on that post, they'll get a bump to any one of their players, anything except speed and throw power. How's that?
You said how much?
Too much going on.
No, we'll get 2 bumps to anybody except for speed and throw power.
All right.
Just one winner?
5 winners. As voted on by the commish team.
I like it.
All right. So remember, Shit Talk Titans, post the funniest shit. We'll vote tonight, 5 winners.
Yeah, go ahead. Drop the post.
I'm about to drop the post.
I acquired 2 of
All
them. Emoji
Titan
happy
Titans
tears.
for each
Emoji
giveaway.
happy tears.
All right, so we're gonna end on that. Dusty gonna drop the post. You know, everybody come in there. You know, I'm gonna drop my dancing dog. I don't give a damn. Like that's gonna be my first one. Gonna be that dancing dog. I ain't gonna say much. You know what I'm saying? But you know, y'all go in there, drop y'all shit, and we gonna get it right. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, boy, Luis, why? I really like Luis, man. Luis already got a post up.
Yeah, as soon as you said it, he said say less. And he went up on that now. Anyway, y'all, we out, man. We probably gonna what's the day? We got Memorial Day weekend. So we might try to do one on Tuesday next week. Or we might try to squeeze one in the weekend.
Are we going to extend advance over the weekend, or are we keeping it the same?
Let's do a league, but let's get everybody involved.
All right.
Just make a poll. Make a poll on see what everybody want to do.
Everybody should be done play their game. The holiday baby Monday, but
Yeah, the holiday Monday. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we advance Monday. I think we should stick with where we at. I don't think we should extend. I think we might be straight.
What y'all think about AJ Bouye, man? I'm just saying, I got him in the league like 89 and 94.
He kind of slow, ain't he? Like he's slow.
I'm about to end it. All right, y'all. Y'all be safe out there. Go get on that post. Get right.